We are going to be making coils today. Coils is a method of construction used to build clay pieces. Coils are made using your hands and rolling the clay into a snake-like shape. So this is what we're going to be making as coils, because we're going to be making a coil pot. You're going to begin with a large piece of clay. You're going to take the clay and we're going to wedge the clay first. So I'm going to take the base of my hand, pound out some of the bumps. Take again the base of your hand, push down into the clay. Pick the clay up on itself. Always wedge your clay. Wedging your clay is forcing the air bubbles out by compressing the clay onto itself. Begins to spiral. You can see the spiral. I'm standing up, wedging my clay. The spiral, turn it up on itself, and again, push down. Push down about 3 or 4 times. Pick it up on the end, and repeat. With this much clay, wedge for about 1 minute to 2 minutes. No more. You don't want to dry the clay out. Then we're going to break the clay off into pieces. We're going to take the clay, we're going to form a hot dog. Rotating the clay in my hand, squeezing gently, getting a hot dog shape. Just doing another piece right here so you can see it again. I'm rotating the clay in my hand, trying to smooth out some of those bumps. I'm standing up, close to my table, rotating it in my hand, creating a hot dog. Okay, put these off to the side. When making a coil, you have a lot of bumps in your hands, and we don't want those bumps on our smooth, snake-like coil, like a rope. So put your hands in the shape of a triangle. This way you'll be rubbing and rolling over your whole hand. A common mistake made when coiling is rolling back and forth, rocking back and forth. You want your coil piece to actually roll all the way around so you have more of a cylinder, more rope-like shape. So start by putting your hands together, letting the rolling motion do a lot of your work. You're applying a gentle pressure, and you're starting from the center, letting it roll all the way through your whole hand. Working your hands out. I'm moving the things off to the side because my coil continues to grow. If you have an area of your coil that begins to be thicker, then you work on that area. Your coils can come in all sizes. But I would say a good coil thickness is probably the thickness of one of your fingers. Not your pinky. Your pinky's too skinny. You're always making things that are going to have stability in your piece. So there's one of our coils, and I'll make another one. Again, get your piece to your hot dog size. Start with your triangle. Just to begin to get some of those hot dog bumps out. I'm not applying a lot of pressure here. I'm letting the clay completely roll all the way around, 360. to get some of those bumps out. Now I'm going to apply a little bit of pressure. I'm going to start on the inside and slowly work out. I'm covering probably about 12 inches of space as I coil. If you start to get sort of a oblong instead of more of an oval shape, just turn it up on that side and lightly push down where you're getting that oval shape. This is an oval shape. Again, I'm just going to press that oval shape down, put a little pressure on there to remove that oval shape so I can have a rope. The coil, I'm coiling with my whole hand. If your coil becomes too long for you to handle, take a plastic carving tool and cut it in half. That way you'll be more successful with a smaller coil. I'll do one more. Okay? Start with my hot dog shape, my triangle, and I'm going to quickly roll out some of those big bumps with very little pressure. Now I'm going to add a little bit more pressure and slow it down a little bit. Work the clay from the middle out to the edge. Always paying attention that areas that become a little too thick, working on those. You can tell this one is definitely going to be longer, so I'm going to cut it right now. And create a nice even rope-like coil throughout the whole length. Now I have several coils made, and I'm going to attach my coils to the base. I made a slab base, circular base, for my coil pot. And I'm going to attach it. Here's the slab that I made, and I have a nice clean edge. I'm going to take my fork, which is going to be my scoring tool. Scoring is when you are scratching into the clay, creating grooves that open up the clay surface. Just quickly, I'm going to score the edges of my slab, which is my base of my coil pot. I'm going to take some water with just my fingers. This is very moist clay, so I may not use slip. Slip is water and clay together, but I'm just using water, which is sometimes called potter's glue. I'm just going to go right back in there really quickly and open up by scoring a little bit. I'm going to take one of my coils, going to open up the surface by scoring the edges with my fork. Very quickly opening it up. Take a little water, just a little potter's glue water there. And I'm going to put my coil right on top, pushing it down slightly, on top of the base. Just like this. I'm going to push down and make a slant. And then I'm going to pull that off. This is my excess part of my coil. Always continuing to shape with my hands making sure that my coil fits right on top of my base. I'm going to support my coil from the outside and pull that clay down into the base with my thumb or my finger, and I'm going to smooth it. I'm also on the edge, sometimes it's sticking, just take a plastic tool to pick it up. Also going to pull that coil down, pull your base up, and smooth and blend the outside edge of that coil to the base. Always smoothing and blending. This clay is very soft, so it should blend very easily. Always paying attention to going back a little bit and smoothing it out. Your first coil should be blended on the inside and the outside. To truly secure your base, your coils to your base. Always supporting. This is my support hand. This is my blending working hand. You should always have a blending hand and a support hand. Okay, I'm going to pause the video while I finish blending this particular coil.